Good evening, St. John Lutheran Church family and friends.
That one failed. Sharing it, so.
And good evening, Epiphany Lutheran Church and friends. Welcome to
Friday Night Fun. I'm a little discombobulated. Sorry. Are you saying the one isn't working?
Yeah, but I'm handling it. Just
well, then why don't you hand me that because I have my jokes on there.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, we're okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay.
Look at that. We get to have fun tonight.
Which is a crazy,
We're having a
crazy
good night tonight.
Sorry, we got somebody upstairs who's excited. We got. Why did that quit? I don't know.
Well, we got somebody upstairs who accidentally drank caffeine tonight, so we may be up a while tonight. So we'll have to see about that.
Yes, we don't let that child drink caffeine, but he saw his brother's Coke there when he walked in the house,
and before his brother and his father could get into the house, it was gone. All right,
because he saw a drink.
Yes.
So we're on, Sam.
We are on.
Okay. By the way, I had to show you something. Because
so are you saying, though, you're sharing with one of the churches?
I'm sharing with both.
All right.
Oh, you are right now?
So we're on. Okay, good. We're safe.
How do you do that?
Phone magic.
We have an incredible
I know, but, I need to know these things.
Son.
Okay.
So I have to share with you all, because I think you'll get a big kick out of this one. So what we haven't shared with you, I don't think, is we've been making this Friday Night Fun Night. Friday night in the Armstrong-Reiner household is always pizza night. It's always pizza
salad and fruit salad.
Pizza salad and fruit salad. That's what it is. And even with the Weight Watchers, it's still been pizza night. I just eat less pizza than I did before. So when we went to the store today, we have to get a pepperoni pizza. We have to get a pepperoni pizza for Christopher. But Sam got to choose the pizza. So when Sam showed what he was going to choose, I said, You really think that Mom's going to be okay with this?
It's a weird pizza.
So I have to share with you. So by the way, you can get this at Aldi's. I just want you to know, you can get your sweet mustard, kale, and bacon pizza. That's right. Sweet mustard, kale, and bacon pizza.
As weird as it comes, and it's tasty.
Christopher did not have any tonight, but Sam did.
It's a little strange, and it's not really good cold, I will say.
I like it. I like it.
Sam likes it. There's
it's
3
not
extra
bad.
pizzas. The sweet mustard is like the tomato sauce on this one. So
it's not bad. I don't know that I'd buy it again, but it's not bad.
No, we probably won't buy it again. But if you were tempted, go to your local Aldi's, or at least your McDonough Aldi's, and you can find
I bet they have all kinds of
and
Aldi's.
bacon pizza.
Yeah.
And by the way, I suspect with how many people will be buying it, that you might be seeing it at Aldi's for a long time.
Well, I don't know. It could be a big seller, but
can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, Mr. Verizon, yes. And speaking of Aldi's, I went today to buy a bunch of the food for the Thanksgiving boxes we're going to pack this Sunday. But I'm going to have to go back for another trip because I was alone and I could only handle one cart, and I filled it to the brim. But I've been able to talk to Salvation Army today, so they will come out and pick it up, which is great. And Sam's coming with me Sunday. So we've got it all packed up in our van, and I'm going to get the rest of it tomorrow. They said I could order it, but then there's extra fee, and well, I'm a little cheap, but I'd rather just go and make sure I get the number I need. So we will have what we need to pack 100 boxes of ingredients, food items for families to pick up with the turkeys at Salvation Army the week of Thanksgiving. They're going to do it from 9 to 11 in the morning. It's on November 23rd. People just have to come with their ID. If you know anybody that would be in need, they just got to come 9 to 11 to the Salvation Army in Griffin, and they'll be able to get a box and a turkey. So spread the word to people who may have need for that. Please share that. Don with the Veteran Center, and other places like that, we want to share that so that other people know that this is a way to be able to cook a good meal for their family for Thanksgiving. So more grocery buying tomorrow. Yes, but it should be fun. So tonight we're doing November jokes, possibly football jokes.
And round 2 of the totally awesome Book of Useless Information. comes from the totally awesome book of useless information.
Well, and hopefully next week I'll do round 2 of the wonderful book that Sherry Tidwell sent me of jokes. It's in my pile, and I gotta go through my pile tomorrow. So I will. It's here. I haven't lost it. I don't usually lose things, but it's in the mix of some papers that I need to go through. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow, and I'll have the book out for next week. And speaking of which, we're not sure what we're doing next Friday. We may record early. We've got a lot going on because a week from Saturday is Sam's Eagle Scout Court of Honor, and David and Sam are driving to meet an old grade school friend of Sam's who now lives in Georgia, down by Tybee Island, and they're going to pick them up. They're going to meet halfway on Friday. So, and my brother's coming in. My cousin may or may not be coming in because of COVID-19 in Illinois. He's not sure yet. So we will be recording early because we're going to go to Tucker, Georgia, to eat. Whether my cousin comes or not, I was already planning on it. We're going to go eat at
Matthew's Cafeteria.
Matthew's Cafeteria, yes. Yes, we are. I was going to say Papa Murphy's or Murphy's, but no. It's Matthew's.
Yeah.
No, Matthew's.
We're not going to Papa Murphy's.
No. So, all right. Okay, so I'll start with some jokes. So, some more Thanksgiving jokes for you. These are ones that kids can. They're from kids, so.
Yeah, they're for kids, so you don't have to be too careful this time around.
Yeah, not like the last one. So, if pilgrims travel on the Mayflower, then what do college students travel on?
They are?
The scholarships.
Ooh.
Where did they take the Mayflower when it was sick? The nearest dock. How did the pilgrims bring their cows to America? On the Mayflower.
Oh.
What kind of music did the pilgrims like to listen to?
Rock music.
Plymouth Rock.
Plymouth Rock music.
Specifically, yes.
Yep.
What do you use to make Thanksgiving bread?
Okay.
Mayflower.
Oh, very good. Yep.
And how do they clean their clothes on the Mayflower? Tide, of course.
No.
Right, your turn.
Sam, pick a number. Pick a number. Make it high. Make it a
87.
high number. What's that?
87.
87. Good. And the useless information on page 87 will be.
I think you need to start folding down the corner so if
That's
you come
true.
to it again, you don't.
Well, I know, but I'm not reading all of the pieces on
Oh,
there.
okay. All right.
So, Sam, did you know that on at least 2 occasions it has actually snowed in the Sahara Desert?
Mm.
And did you know that, do you know what a geep is?
No idea.
A geep is a cross between a goat and a sheep.
Interesting.
And reindeer, here we go, get ready for Christmas. Reindeer like to eat bananas.
Wow.
There you go.
Never knew that.
And the last one for you is, and we've never been there because we haven't really been through West Virginia much, but there is a town in West Virginia.
We have it in West Virginia.
We have, but we haven't been through this town.
Okay.
There's a town in West Virginia called Looneyville.
Don Taylor, I hope you're not from that town because I think if I remember correctly, you're from West Virginia.
There we go.
So I hope you're not from there. I don't.
But Don Taylor, if you're
I hope
listening,
you are.
our question is, have you been to Looneyville?
Yeah, that would be interesting to know. Definitely. I'll have to ask him if I see him on something.
We've lived in Normal, so you know.
Yes, that's right. We, as my brother says, I'm about as normal as I'm ever going to be. Because my brother lived in Normal before us. So. Yes. And a true fact is, Robin Williams came and played at Illinois State University in Normal, Illinois, and he thought it was hilarious.
He did. He had a great time.
He loved the fact that he was in Normal, Illinois, because he was so...
It didn't really make sense.
Unusual.
It didn't really make sense for Robin Williams to be in any town that was normal.
Yes, that's right. That's right. But we loved it.
Yes.
We loved it. So, all right, what do you call Thanksgiving for selfish people?
What's that?
Thanks-taking.
Oh.
They're probably the people that come and eat the food and don't help with the dishes.
That's right.
And don't cook anything.
That's right.
And just fall asleep on the couch.
That would be me, right?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
No, the first time I went with David back to his family for Thanksgiving, that's when I met David's family. This is a little reminiscence. So, Dave and I met in October of 1991, and we knew we were serious about each other.
We were in love.
We were in love because we spent time together every day.
Still are.
Yes, we are. And so I was in California. I'd gone back to Illinois for my brother's wedding, which his 29th anniversary was just this past week. Happy anniversary for Tom and Leslie. So I spent 3 weeks back in the Midwest, but then I went back. So my first Thanksgiving away from home was with David's family. And when I went to his home, they all gathered around to meet me. And he had, what's wrong?
Oh, nothing.
Oh. And he had told his sister-in-law that I liked baseball, which I do. And his sister-in-law said, "Oh, David, she's just saying that because she wants you to like her." So when we're gathered around in the group, and of course I'm meeting his mom, his dad, his sister-in-law, his brother-in-law, nieces, nephews, his sister, his brother-in-law, like the whole family came for pie and to meet me. And so we're just having a good conversation, and they're all really, really nice. I still think they're as nice as they were now as they were then. They're just lovely. I love them to pieces. But I turned to Madge and I said, "Oh, by the way, Madge, I really do like baseball." She goes, "David, I can't believe you told her that." I said, "Well, I just had to tell you."
And the reason she's telling you this story and what triggered all of this is when you can tell you've been married long enough that you can tell why the spouse's brains work the way they do, is because she's also remembering that at that first Thanksgiving, which is the first time I had really been home for a long time.
Yes.
Afterwards, I naturally got up and helped do the dishes. But my family, my siblings, didn't remember me as one who did the dishes.
Because he's the youngest child.
Because I was the youngest child. And so they looked and said, "Oh, Mary must have had a good influence on him. He's doing the dishes now."
I said, "No, he's just that way."
But anyway.
And he's always cooked, cleaned, helps with everything. He is a co-partner. And so...
men, there is no excuse for you not to help out.
Unless they're not in good shape.
Yes.
But
yes.
everybody gets a season where, you should be waited on. So Sherry Tidwell...
But men, okay, I know that our good friend Deb watches this all the time. So you make sure, Deb, that you let Tom know that I said he needs to help you out. So there.
Yes, he does. He does need to help.
Make sure he knows that, Deb.
I love to see what he would make. It would be an interesting dish, I'm sure.
Yeah, it'd probably be
he's not much
sweet mustard, kale, and bacon. Tom Salzman might have made this pizza. We don't know. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, all right. Next one. What kind of tan did pilgrims get?
What kind of tan do pilgrims get?
Puritan.
Oh.
What kind of face do pilgrims make when they're in pain?
What's that?
Pilgrimus.
Oh. Okay.
That's a little bad. What do comedians call Thanksgiving?
What's that?
Franksgiving.
Okay.
What do vampires call Thanksgiving?
Okay.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Okay.
If April showers bring May flowers, what do May flowers bring?
We said that one.
Yeah, but that was last week. Pilgrims.
Yeah.
What did the Mayflower sailors play when they were bored? Cards, because they always have a deck. Why was the Thanksgiving dinner so expensive? It had 24 carrots. What always comes at the end of Thanksgiving? The letter G.
Oh.
Not pie.
Very good.
Not pie. What's the best thing to put into a pumpkin pie?
Your teeth.
Your teeth.
There
exactly.
we go.
Your turn.
Sam, give me a number.
63.
63. Let's see what the useless information on page 63 has for us today. Sam, what do you call a baby squirrel? Not a joke, folks. This is real. Okay?
I have no idea.
Baby squirrels are called kittens.
Wow.
There you go.
Excuse me, I didn't know that.
Sam, here's the next question for you. What is the national sport of Japan?
I have no idea.
Sumo wrestling.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Sumo wrestling.
Yeah.
So, there you go. And did you know that fish and snakes do not have eyelids?
Yeah. I fish, I can see snakes, I don't pay.
Yeah.
I try to stay away from snakes.
There you
Yes,
go.
we don't like snakes, no.
And kite flying is a professional sport in Thailand.
Wow, cool. I like kite
So
flying.
if you are an expert kite flyer, Thailand might be
You'll
the
have to,
place
I was
be.
going to say, you'll have to go for whatever competitions they
That's
have.
right. There we go.
All right, all right. Why do the pilgrims' pants keep falling down? I think I told this one last week
I
too.
think we do too, but
But I like this one.
what's so?
Because his belt buckle was on his hat.
Um,
What did the turkey say to the turkey hunter? Quack, quack, quack. When does Christmas come before Thanksgiving?
In the dictionary.
Very good. Oh, you are so smart. What's the best dance to do on Thanksgiving?
Okay.
The turkey trot.
Oh, very good.
If there were still pilgrims alive today, what would they be famous for?
Being very, very old.
Yes, their age, yes. What's a pilgrim's mother called? Pilgranny.
Okay.
What smells the best on Thanksgiving?
Go ahead.
Your nose.
Uh,
What do you wear to Thanksgiving dinner?
Okay.
A harvest.
Oh.
What do Halloween and Thanksgiving have in common?
Okay.
One has goblins, the other has gobblers.
Oh, there we go.
What do you, Sam, this one's for you. What do you get when you divide the circumference of a pumpkin by its diameter?
R2D2.
Pumpkin pie.
Yep.
What was the pumpkin's favorite sport?
Squash. There we go. Yes.
Okay.
All right, Sam, give me a number.
Let's go 112.
112. Okay, and the totally useless information on page 112. Okay. Where is a shrimp's heart?
I know.
A shrimp's heart is in its head.
Wow.
Boy, I bet you never knew that one.
No.
So, okay. And did you know that during World War II, Americans trained bats to drop bombs? Trained bats.
Surprised somebody hasn't made a movie that yet.
And that also during World War II, Monopoly games were used to smuggle items into enemy camps.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
So, and did you know that Benjamin Franklin once designed an $8 bill?
Why would you need an $8 bill?
I don't
That's
know.
really weird.
Benjamin Franklin, though, thought that it was important.
Okay,
So,
whatever.
and also, that before the 1800s, there were no separately designed shoes for right and left feet.
Wow.
That's only been
That's
since the
really
1800s.
interesting.
Of course, Samuel has never really paid attention to which foot the shoes go on. So,
Yeah, especially when he was little, he would do that
Yes.
a lot.
Yeah, and just thinking about the brain one, shrimps, yeah, they have their heart in there, but do you know where the brain of a dolphin is?
where is the brain?
It's in the middle of it. There's like a huge like little sack at the front of it that's basically like super squishy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So there you go. Sam comes up with the useless
Videos.
information for the day of where a dolphin's brain
I'm not
is.
surprised Sam knows useless information. With the YouTube channels he watches,
That's it.
who knows what he can tell us. We might have to have him do one night with all his
That's it.
useless information.
All right.
So, all right. Why did the bubble gum cross the road? It was stuck on the turkey's foot. What do you get when a turkey lays an egg on a hill?
Oh, what do you get?
An egg roll.
Mm.
Okay.
What showed us how much the Mayflower liked America?
What showed us what?
What showed us how much the Mayflower liked America?
What's that?
I don't know if this one makes sense or not. The way it hugged the shore.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Why was the Mayflower soldier put in timeout? He was naughty called. Yeah, naughty.
Oh, okay.
Why did the Cranberries turn red?
They were embarrassed.
Because they saw the turkey dressing.
Oh, there we go.
Why did Johnny get such low grades after Thanksgiving?
Oh, why?
Because everything is marked down after the holidays. This is for people who know who Miley Cyrus is. What does Miley Cyrus eat for Thanksgiving? Turkey.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
we
you
had
told
that
that.
one last week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a couple of these are some
I
old
thought we
ones.
had, yeah, well, you know, different people put up different jokes. They have different.
That's it.
They have different words.
Yeah, I know. I've been having some of those times when I brought up jokes for y'all. Is I swear there's sometimes they would say, "Ooh, 50 best whatever jokes," and 20 of them were just variations of the same.
Yeah.
One. So.
Yeah.
Sam, give me a number.
14.
14. Okay. Going back to the beginning of the book. All right. Let's see. Identical twins do not have identical fingerprints.
I believe it.
There you go. And did you know that the killer whale is not actually a whale?
What is it?
But it is the largest member of, Samuel?
Mammals?
The dolphin family.
Ah, I didn't know that one.
So its brain must be in its stomach again. There you go.
Mm.
And did you know that the world's largest shopping mall by total area is in China, but has been 99% vacant since opening? Even though some of its features are a canal with gondolas and an indoor-outdoor roller coaster.
Wow. I wonder why. That seems
So-
strange.
And did you know what Spain literally means?
No.
The land of rabbits.
Very interesting. Remember that from Laughing? Very interesting.
Very.
I was a kid, okay?
Okay. Do you need a song?
We need a song from
All
our
right.
song man.
Tonight's song, by the way, is in honor of all our veterans out there. So,
Yes, this is our patriotic song for tonight. Just want to reiterate though, just to make sure, if you guys have any song suggestions for me or for us, you know, we always are in need of some song suggestions. So tonight we are playing America the Beautiful. You guys ready?
Yep.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesties, above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for patriot dreams that sees beyond the years, thine alabaster cities gleam, undimmed by human tears. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, till nobler men keep once again thy finest jubilee.
thank you.
Yay,
Sam.
very
Great.
good. Sam said there's 8 verses.
Yeah, there's 8 verses surprisingly. I had no idea. I thought
So
there were
we
only
always
like
think to come
2.
more next week if we don't come up with another song. So we'll see what we can do. But let's see, what was I gonna tell? Oh, okay. I'm gonna give a few tips about baking. And now this is about making rolls. My cousin Karen, I don't know if she'll see this or not, I gotta send her notes. She asked me for my roll recipe, and I told her I'd be glad to give it to her, but it's a very basic roll recipe. And I have been making it for more years than I want to count, but I'm close to 4 decades of making it. So I have learned a lot over 4 decades. And I make it for Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Easter. And in fact, at Christmas time, depending on how people feel, I may I always make about 225 to 250 rolls every year, every season. And I usually give some away, but I also sometimes give them sell them for charity. So I may be doing that for our youth group who will be looking to go to the National Youth Gathering in another year. And so I may be doing that as a fundraiser for them at Christmas time, and I'll tell more about that when we get closer to Christmas, to be able to see who would like some of my very much homemade rolls. So 5 things to know about making rolls that I have learned over the years that have helped me a great deal. First of all, you mix up the water and the yeast, and you have to make sure that your temperature is within a certain range. It can't be like any higher than, I think it's like 125 degrees, because it will kill the yeast. And the way you know that the yeast is active is because when you put the water and the yeast together, and you usually add the sugar right away because that makes it, when you see the bubbles come on top, that means that the yeast is active and has not died. That's really an important thing. The water temperature is very important. And to see the bubbles rise, that means that the yeast is active and has not died. You don't want to go to all that trouble and your yeast has died. It's not going to be anything, and it's not going to be very good either. So that's 2 things I would share. The third thing is that you can knead it with a KitchenAid. I don't prefer that. If you know how to do that, go for it. I prefer to do it by hand. What I've learned is that once I get it to the stage where I can knead it, I knead it for 5 minutes, then I let it rest for 5 minutes, and then I knead it for another 4 to 5 minutes before I set it, and I put it in a grease bowl. That's the 4th thing. You put your dough in a grease bowl, lightly greased, put in that, and put a clean dishcloth over it. You do not set it on an oven, especially a gas oven, because it can make the yeast expand too fast and blow up. That happened to me the 1 year that I have failed to make rolls. I didn't know that, and I learned that the hard way. So that's the 4th thing I would share about it. And then the 5th thing that I would say right now is you want to make sure what kind of pan you use to bake your rolls in. So after I've made all the doughs and I cover them up, every hour I punch it down so that it gets that expansion. And after about 3-4 hours of that, then I roll them out by hand, put all the rolls in pans. I also usually make a loaf of bread, and I make cinnamon rolls as well. And then I cover them up for the night with the cloths again, not paper towels. Don't put paper towels on them, they'll stick to them. But the kitchen towels, the clean kitchen towels, let them set overnight. But you're better off using a light pan instead of a dark pan, because it will turn the bottom, it'll bake your rolls faster and darker. And you can't always go by the color on top. You've got to be careful, and sometimes you have to put foil on it to protect it. Anyway, that's just some tips I share about baking rolls for Thanksgiving. Some things I've learned that have helped me through the years. And again, when it comes to Christmas time, and I will be glad for either Epiphany or St. John, I may bake some rolls for Epiphany too. And I'm very careful, and I'm very clean about it. And you get it in your own pan, and I can do 1.5 to 2 dozen in a pan, and I'll take only so many orders, but I just want to put that out there now. Because I'm taking Thanksgiving off, I'm not going to be doing rolls probably not going to be doing rolls for many people at church this year, because I'm not going to be making the trip out there, but I will for Christmas, because I will be there for Christmas Eve. So, in whatever shape and form that will be, which we will be sharing very soon with all of you. So, anyway.
Well, there you go. And so since I need to come up with something, I'll share something I read up on. I knew one thing was coming up, but we live in the new neighborhood we're in. One of the blessings that we have in this neighborhood is we live in a very diverse neighborhood. It's been really great. In fact, there are 2 Sikh families that are there. You can always tell a Sikh, by the way. You can always tell a Sikh. Sikhs are the ones that are that the men wear a turban. And the reason they have a turban is because they always let their hair grow, and they do not cut their hair. It's because their hair is a part of natural growth that they let happen. So I looked up and I thought, I knew that there was a Hindu holiday coming up. I was curious about Sikh holidays. Sikhs and Hindus, by the way, share a common holiday that is going on starting this weekend called Diwali. So if you happen to know, and technically they say that the day is tomorrow, but it's a 5-day holiday, so it may have already started, I don't know. But the one thing I thought about is, you know what? If you know somebody who is Sikh or you know somebody that is Hindu, try saying to them, Happy Diwali, because that might be something.
And it's not Diwali. I thought it was Diwali, but
it's Diwali. It's pronounced Diwali. But the one thing that I read about, it's a festival. It's an Indian festival of lights. But I thought one of the things that it is important for what Diwali symbolizes is I thought, wow, what a great thing to think about and that we need more of. It says that it's one of the most popular festivals of Hinduism. Diwali symbolizes the spiritual victory of light over darkness, good over evil, and knowledge over ignorance.
I love that.
Think about that. Think about that. As our Sikh brethren and our Hindu brethren celebrate Diwali, isn't that something that we all pray for and that we all might know? The victory of light over darkness, good over evil, and knowledge over ignorance.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. And that's one of the things I'm thankful for this November. I'm thankful that we live in a country where people can practice their faith or not practice if they don't have faith, and that we are all freedom. We all have the freedom to worship God the way that we want. That's what the Puritans came here for. They came to be able to celebrate and to give thanks to God the way they wanted to and not be told by their government how to do that. And that is one of the gifts of our country, is that we were founded upon freedom of religion. And I so appreciate that very, very much. And I consider that a gift that we have here in America. So I give thanks for that. So we want to share a few prayer requests specifically for people we know who are dealing with COVID-19. I know, as my cousin called me today, and not sure if he's coming because of everything that's happening in Illinois. There's also, the numbers are going up all over our country. I really want to pray for our first responders. I want to pray for the nurses who are on the front line all the time, the doctors, the respiratory people, all the therapists, the cleaners at hospitals and clinics. They're so on the line. Many of them are so tired. They're so worn out. They've been through so much, and we're so, so grateful for them and so thankful for their willingness to do this. Kim and Michelle in Colorado, I don't know that you'll see this, but you are in my daily prayers. Beth, you are in my prayers for your work checking on nursing homes. We just give thanks. And I'm going blank. I know we have another wonderful nurse at our church, and my brain is just not quite clicking tonight. So I will send you a personal thank you note. I can see you, and I'm just going blank. So anyway, but we want to pray for Nate. I brought Nate up. We've been praying for Nate for probably at least a month now, and I had shared last night that he had taken a turn for the better, but unfortunately, as has been happening with him, Nate is 43 years old, lives in Illinois. He is the brother-in-law of a dear friend, Becky, married to her sister, and 43 years old, no pre-existing conditions, no high-risk things, got COVID, has been in the ICU on and off for a month. They had said he was doing really great, was really on the road to coming out of it. And unfortunately, he got moved back to the ICU yesterday. He was having problems with his breathing, and now he has pneumonia. So I just asked for prayers for Nate that he will make it through this struggle, and that he will get back on the road to doing better and being able to be healed and to be breathing on his own. And we want to ask for prayers.
We also want to pray for Janet Wright's father, Stephen Burdett. He's been in the hospital and dealing with COVID-19, among other things. He was having some problems before, but now that when he's gone into the hospital, he has COVID, and also for her mom as well, and who's just been dealing with just her own struggles with everything that's going on right now. also want to keep in prayer too. I mentioned, when we were on last night, I got a text while I was on with you about Karen Lennox. So please keep Karen in your prayer. She's in the hospital. She has a broken rib. They're not sure if it's from a previous fall or not, but or a recent fall. But along with it, she also has pneumonia. So she's been feeling pretty cruddy. So please keep her in your prayers. So.
And I want to say, I want to ask for prayers for all the people who are counting the votes by hand in Georgia. This is a humongous job, and I know it's tiring, but I know they're all doing their best, and we just ask that they would have the strength and be able to have good rest each night. Sam?
They called it already.
Oh.
Yeah, they called Georgia this afternoon.
Well, they called Georgia. They're still in the midst of the recount.
Right.
They're counting by hand.
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah.
But I decided today, in fact, I even said anything, that if you ever want to know the model of efficiency, go through a Chick-fil-A drive-thru.
Yes, exactly.
I told
And
them
you all know that.
I told them as I went through that perhaps maybe they need to be in charge of the recount because they really know how to get
Or
things
COVID
done,
testing, the guy said to us.
Yeah, or
he
COVID
said,
testing.
Because they have got it down, boy.
But all that being said, I do make a joke of it. But being married to someone who was a poll manager, we really do need to give a lot of credit to all poll managers and election judges. This has been a different year, and so we just really thank them because they have all done an outstanding job in terms of everything that's been going on, and we really need to hold up our thanks. They're sometimes with all the mess that we're going through right now, they really are not getting the credit and the dignity and respect that they deserve.
And thank you, Janet. I know you were also a poll manager. You've done it for a long time. So thank you too, and thank you to anybody else watching who might have volunteered for the election. So, try to think if there's anything else. So next week will be Tuesday through Thursday will be normal. Like I said, we're probably going to record Friday on Thursday because we have a lot going on with Sam and my brother coming in and Sam's friend coming in, and so we're very excited. The invitation will be in our newsletter. We're keeping it small. We're asking people to wear a mask. We're going to be taking temperatures. We've been asked to do that by the church where we're being allowed to have it in Henry County. That is the sponsoring congregation for Sam's troop. And I just want to mention, if anybody in Griffin knows of a space that is available or a safe place outside for 6 Cub Scouts and their parents. Our Cub Scout troop is looking for a place. They aren't able to change their date, and we have our AA group in the trailer, so I'm trying to help them see if we can find a place for them for the next few months for them to be able to meet, as our building is still closed. And yes, many buildings are closed, but if they can find one, they need somewhere to be able to meet so they can keep going on Tuesday nights. So I just wanted to mention that if anybody has any ideas about that. So.
And the last thing I know I want to say, beyond encouraging you all to show up for drive-in worship, whether it's at 10 a.m. down at St. John and Griffin or 11 a.m. With Epiphany and Conyers. But please also know that even though Commitment Sunday was last Sunday, hey, if for some reason you have not had a chance to be able to fill out and turn in your commitment card, you can do that. Please encourage St. John folks to turn those into St. John and Epiphany folks to turn those into Epiphany. Otherwise, we get really confused along the way. But I trust you all. But anyway, again, thank you all for all the commitment that you continue to show and your generosity. It's just been wonderful to see, and we just want to encourage you to know that God has abundantly blessed you, and we just are invited to share in that generosity that God has so richly bestowed on all of us.
Yes. And we will have worship at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time and live stream. And then afterwards we have drive-by communion. We ask as many of you that are listening that can stay to help us, who feel safe. We'll wear masks, we'll have gloves, we'll have hand sanitizer, but we're going to set out some tables and put together our boxes. Part of the funds we got were from Thrivent giving us a grant, and a lot of it was from our loose change and crackling bucket of the funds you all have given, so that we can do these Thanksgiving meals for people in our community with Salvation Army. So we will need help packing 100 boxes. We'll have people, we're looking for people who are willing to wear gloves and hand the item to people or put them in their box, and people will walk by. We'll do that outside. We'll get the boxes all put away, and Salvation Army will come next week and pick them all up from us. So we hope as many of you that can help us will stay afterwards and help us to do that. So.
That's all we got for you.
Yep.
So
we're glad to be with you tonight. Hope you have a great weekend. Look forward to seeing you either online or in person this weekend. And we ask God just continue to bless you. The Lord bless you and keep you.
the Lord make his face shine upon you
Lord look upon you with favor.
and give you peace.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
Good night. Have a great night. Have a great Saturday.
Night,
Take
everyone.
care.